Welcome to another video, drawing bats, as we are the entire time during these weeks. We have now reached the stage where we are going to draw a so-called Proboscis Bat, and that's one of the so-called, well, I'll have to look that up, sorry, I forgot. Let me see, what were those bats called again? The so-called sheaf-tailed bats. Now I know what I'm talking about. As you can see, I practiced the drawing a bit more than I did the conversation. Anyways, it's called a proboscis bat because it's got a very, well, a reasonably long nose. To be honest, I thought it could have been a bit longer for it to be called a proboscis bat, but there you go. That's how things are. Now let's give this guy a little smile. I personally think it looks a bit like Alf, you know, from the alien from that old sitcom, at least old for me. So let's draw this fellow's hairy head, which is a bit long compared to most of the bats I've drawn so far. Its ears are rather small. There we go. And it's got quite the hairy face. And these bats are really small in real life, a few centimeters long only, so about 7 to 8 centimeters at best. But as I've said before in videos like this, the scale is a bit of a problem in these drawings. Anyways, I've decided to draw the creature in a bit of an unusual position that is bound to show off just how weirdly these guys are proportioned. So what am I doing? I'm going to show you that it's got these wings like this. So I'm going to draw it in such a fashion that it seems to be raising itself, sorry. So here's the claw of the thumb. And these types of bats have a rather heavy set body, as we can see here, with seeming layers in it that gives these guys a bit of an inflated look, at least to me. Always have to keep in mind that these impressions might be personal. So here we go. I've drawn, let's do it like this. Yeah. Okay, that's better. So here we go. Now, as this guy is drawing itself up, I'm going to give it a bit of a surface. You can imagine this would be a branch or something like that. I'm very inclined to draw branches. Now, let's place its legs here. Well, at least one of them. Those legs are very thin and with very flexed knees. So here we go. Let's draw its tiny toes right here. So we are looking at the membrane here. And inside the membrane, these bats have got glands that are apparently or likely used to spread pheromones while flying. So this is probably a very sexy thing for a bat like these. Then we've got the tail, very thin and very much part of the membrane, the so-called Europatagium, as you might know or remember from the last video. I will have to draw its body. Another thin leg, and actually this leg might be a bit too heavy compared to what these are actually like. Toes, short. Let's extend the branch a bit, so like this. Up. Oh, careful. Now I was drawing about filming my hands, and that's not what we came here for. And let's give its other wing a similar downturned angle like the one we saw before. Here we go. You can imagine it holding on to itself. Well, you know what? Let's draw its thumb again here, and the rest of the wing would be beneath it. Let's draw the glands. Don't forget them. Let's not forget about them. As you might have seen, the legs and the tail are both very much part of the membrane in these species. Now, there's also some folding lines here. And here we go. We've got our Proboscis Bat. I hope that's better. I hope you enjoyed me drawing it.